So after that brief conversation we just had, I typed in McDonald's in AO3 just to see like what there is in McDonald's.
It's going to be the clown, isn't it?
We're going to have to do an episode, aren't we?
I was just curious, like, could we do a McDonald's episode? The first thing that comes out for best match is the Untamed.
No, fuck
Yeah.
off, really?
Yeah, let me prove it
Is
with
it
a
like an
screenshot.
AU where they're all fry cooks?
That would be amazing.
I've seen that happen before, and it's usually glorious. What is it?
Let me just send you a screenshot to show you that I'm not talking out my ass. There you go. And...
Oh my god, there it is.
Oh my god.
So the fic is called McDonald's by The Paella. And the summary is literally just the McDonald's / we have food at home meme.
Ah, I see.
Are you familiar with that meme?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that meme.
Yeah.
So there's the triangle of like, okay, the children are yelling McDonald's, and then there's a spectrum of we have food at home, also yelling McDonald's, or pulls up to the drive-thru, orders a single black coffee and leaves.
Yeah. The single black coffee is definitely like the brother. But
Wei
he's
Wu
not...
Shen has spent the last 10 minutes pleading for one of the most dire causes of his life, and not for 1 second did he feel bad about it at all. He used all his whiny, bratty tones to make Lan Wangji to give in to him, to make him feel his pain, pulling on his sleeve gently or making annoying noises. He tried his best to be pouty, but even Lan Wangji didn't seem to spare him a glance. He tried his best, though, to get him to understand that he truly and desperately did need McDonald's at this point in time.
Of course it wasn't the kids, it was fucking...
Yeah.
What? It was Wei Wu Shen. Oh,
He
my
even
God.
tried to kiss Lang Wangji at the stoplight, only to have him place his hand over his mouth. I'm driving, be silent. Hang on. This
That's
is
how
2,000
Lang Wangji-
words long, we can't
What?
read the whole thing.
2000... What did you say? 2,000 words?
2,000 words long, just them talking about McDonald's.
Amazing.
Excellent.
I might have to write to this author to see if we can talk about this. Or it's one we do as the full show. We'll see. So that was an unconventional opening. Hello everyone, welcome to oh sorry, shit. I need to talk about the tags on this before we do.
Oh my god, what are the tags?
Additional tags: McDonald's. Wei
Yeah.
Wu Shen needs his McNugs.
Oh my god.
Fluff. Chaos.
Excellent.
There's only one fic with the tag Wei Wu Shen needs his McNugs, and
It's this
that's
one.
a shame.
At least I'll know how to find it.
Yeah. So hello everyone, welcome to the Shipping Forecast.
Hello.
We were talking about McDonald's prior to this, so I ended up just Googling our topic, or Googling that unrelated and finding our topic, which today, as you can guess, is the Untamed.
Mm-hmm.
Grace has finally forced us to watch some Chinese boy love.
Oh, don't say like you didn't like it. It was fun.
I will concede it's pretty good. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, the few episodes that I watched are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
We think we're going to continue. So
Oh, excellent. I will confess, dear listener, that the Untamed is, yes, we're watching the drama, the live-action drama, and I'm really sorry, but it's very amusing.
I've been enjoying it. to be fair.
We picked that one because, you know, our lives aren't as colourful as they used to be, and it seemed like the best option, because the animation is a lot sadder and very serious.
You know what? No,
we
I
can't
liked
read,
this.
so who didn't go for the
I liked the
manhwa
practical
either?
effects in the Untamed before
Yeah,
Grace bashes it too hard.
The dog was great.
Yeah,
It was
the
bad,
dog
but
was
great.
fantastic.
The tortoise
So-
of slaughter.
I've got as far as the Tortoise of Slaughter for anyone who's... We should probably talk about our experiences first. Grace, correct me if I'm wrong on this story, but last Christmas
Yes.
you had COVID,
Yes.
and that ruined our Christmas plans.
Yes.
In theory. In
Well,
practice, it
everyone
meant...
everyone was in lockdown anyway. We weren't allowed to go out and have Christmas.
No, this was last year.
Oh, okay. Not
We
the
were
year before.
allowed to have... We could have gone out,
I like to
but
pretend it was all 1 year.
I'm afraid not.
I know.
And so while I spent lockdown sort of indulging in the Yakuza games and discovering my love for Kamurocho, you spent it watching The Untamed.
I did.
And all of the other, well, most of the other Chinese boy loves that are on Netflix.
Half of it, which I remember clearly, was first thing in the morning before going to work. And then when I caught COVID and had the time off, I finished the rest. So Sunshot campaign onwards is a bit hazy.
I see.
Yes.
So that was fun. You just sort of got lost in this sort of delirium of boy love and COVID.
Look, I think anyone who's watched The Untamed can agree you wouldn't know they were gay unless you squinted because of all the Chinese censorship.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Because of China's rules on homosexuality, our two main characters are best friends.
Yeah.
Roommates, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close roommates.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they were second older brothers.
And it is surprising that this came out of China, to be honest, because they're two very pretty boys who clearly have a thing for each other. Like, it's so overt that I'm shocked this was made by a film studio in China.
I think that every studio has like that project that they're not sure to green light, but they somehow like jump through all the right loops in the law to get away with it, because they feel like it's better to do that than not have it at all.
It's either that or the seeing how close to the sun they can fly.
Yes.
They are taking the right royal piss out of
That would make sense.
China's law on homosexuality.
And
My
they're
God.
succeeding.
And I feel like the only other drama that's actually gotten to that level of taking the piss was Word of Honor.
Which I've also
My
seen
God.
bits of. Thank
Yeah.
you, Grace.
You're welcome. I've seen both. Both are terrible and good in their own ways. I think if you enjoy The Untamed, you will actually enjoy Word of Honor. It's really funny.
Yeah, I watched 2 episodes of both, I watched 2 episodes of both earlier in the year, and at the time, I preferred Word of Honor. But the thing is, the first 2 episodes of The Untamed explain nothing about the plot.
No, it didn't.
In fact, now that I've seen, I think, 15 episodes, the first 2 probably could have just gone in the bin, because the rest of it is flashbacks.
I think they just needed to be reordered for you. I think
Yes.
you would have had a better relationship with it if it was just started at the beginning and not had the falls
Yes.
and the jump back in time.
I agree. I like my media when it starts from the beginning of the story and not having the first 2 episodes be from the end of the story. After a main character has died.
That's bold words for somebody who opens up this podcast every time with a cold open.
Yeah,
From
it is
about
actually.
halfway through.
Fuck you, Nick.
I'm so glad you pointed that out. But
We're not telling a story.
what are we doing?
Sometimes we are.
Sometimes
We're talking
we
about
are.
fan fiction.
Fan fiction.
On that note, welcome to the shipping forecast. I'm James.
Oh.
Joining me is Grace
Hello.
and Nick
Hi.
and no one else. We've kicked out the fic list.
Well, we haven't kicked them out.
Aw.
They're left of their own
Oh
accord.
yeah, no, they're always welcome in all seriousness.
Yeah.
But the crossover has ended. It's just us 3 now.
Yep.
And we're here to talk about The Untamed, as you can guess.
Yep.
So, actually, on that note, before we talk about the characters, elephant in the room, we're all British.
Very British.
None of us speak Chinese.
None
We're
at
going
all.
to do our best with pronunciation of names. We're probably going to fall over once or twice, but attempts will be made.
And if we get
Yeah.
them wrong, we are really, really sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
Don't
mostly
come for
read
us.
the subtitles than actually listened to
Yeah.
the language, which is why we're probably going to pronounce everything as if we're reading it in English. But you know, we did have like a little go at trying to do the
We'll do what we
correct
can.
pronunciation.
That's why we've all watched episodes of this, so we can sort of get a feel for the characters now. Have either of you played the PS2 game Dynasty Warriors? I think more have come
No,
out for
and
the
you
PS.
can't compare it to this.
No, I
Don't-
can't, but I just want to illustrate how bad pronunciation can go
Okay.
by
yeah.
talking about...
No, I never did.
So the PS2 era of Dynasty Warriors, it's set in feudal China. The localization into the English version didn't even attempt to get the names right. Like, they gave the voice actors the script, the voice actors went, how do I pronounce this? And they just said, just read it as it is. Which is why those games star a man named Cao Cao and Zhahao and none of those are pronounced correctly.
I'm sorry, what was that second one?
Zhahadun.
Jahadun.
Oh,
He had a Scottish
From
accent in
Scotland.
the game.
oh no! I was joking.
Yeah.
I was going to
No,
say
that's why I
that.
did, because one of his first lines is, "My name is Zhahadun." And yeah,
Oh.
that always stuck with me.
That does sound like maybe a burial mound up in the Highlands of Scotland somewhere.
It does.
Yeah.
And he had a sick eye patch in the game as well. Honestly, the games were quite good. The localization was very bad.
Yeah. Fair enough.
We're going to do better than that.
Yes, we will.
At least
That
we'll
is-
try.
That is my pledge. We will be better than the PS2 Dynasty Warriors games.
Oh, we can at least manage by a fraction. We can't promise anything better because we're shit, but
Okay.
I have confidence that we will do it some justice.
Yes.
Some, marginally. But
So,
marginally
Grace,
better.
this
Yes.
this is your episode, essentially.
Oh,
This is
Christ,
your baby.
okay. Help.
Do you want to talk us through the Untamed? What's
I'm
it
not- I'm
about?
not-
Who are the hot characters?
Oh, God.
Do you want me to do it?
I mean, you can, if you like.
Okay.
Come on, Grace.
Well, I fucked it up so badly the last time, I sort of lost a bit of confidence.
Okay.
It's fine, there is no last time. So I've been told.
Oh.
It must have been the other podcast I do with Bames and Ace.
Oh my god. Okay, right, I'll give it a really
Podcast with
quick...
Bane.
An ace!
Yeah,
Alright.
Bames and Ace.
Fighter pilot ace.
Hang on, isn't that the character? Isn't that Rimmer's parallel universe
Yes.
for Red Dwarf?
It
You
is
host a
Ace Rimmer.
podcast with Ace Rimmer.
Yes.
Aw.
Don't be a
Bane.
kipper. I'll be back for breakfast. I host a podcast with Ace Rimmer.
Fantastic.
And somebody called Bames.
Thanks.
But why
Honestly,
are you
just-
listening to this show? Go fucking listen. That sounds way better than this. Next chat's with Ace Rimmer.
Honestly, if we get big, I want to do an April Fool where we invite Chris Barry on the show in the guise of Ace Rimmer.
Oh.
Chris, if you're out there listening to this,
Which I know you are.
yeah, come on for our Red Dwarf episode.
Yeah. For one, love your work. For two, get in touch.
Yeah. Hang
Fuck
on.
it, we should just go to them. Be really sad.
2000
Do you
fix
want
for
to
Red
appear
Dwarf.
on our podcast and read
Wow.
us shipping you with
Yeah, we're
random
doing a
people?
Red Dwarf episode. There's some shit in this fandom.
Oh,
Oh my God.
brilliant.
Wow. Okay. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about the Untamed.
Okay.
Foreshadowing.
The Untamed is a fantasy drama about the Chinese gentry, and it follows two main boys who eventually have a relationship together.
Oh,
And
good.
that's-
And they are
And
ghost
Zhan
hunters as
and
well.
Wei Wuxian, yeah. Cultivating is like the ghost busting of their world, and it's what the gentry do
Hmm.
instead of fox hunting. And there's a big old war between them, and one of them decides, one of them loses the power to do magic to an extent and wield a sword, and turns to the dark arts. However, he uses it for good, but is then blamed when a lot of accidents happen. He commits suicide off a cliff, is reincarnated, and it's about everyone trying to come together, work out who set them all up and who is actually to blame for all the misfortune that happened during the time 13 years ago when he was alive.
Oh.
So I'm
Yeah.
15 episodes in at this point, and I feel as if you've tricked me into watching a high school anime.
I think at that level, the high school high school stuff falls away, and
There's
you
been
get
a
more
lot of high
into-
school stuff so far.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
You're
only
about
like
to
4
go
or 5
into-
in.
You're about to go into war and political intrigue, and then you're going to eventually find your way into reincarnation, and then not reincarnation, whatever, more magic, and then you'll find your way into into Poirot, where they're all in a room together and they're pointing the finger at each other until
So-
someone deduces something.
So we start in Harry Potter, we get to Star Wars, and then it ends up being an Agatha Christie novel.
Exactly.
Oh, mega! Especially like where the detectives like wandering around the room and they're all there like
I can
feigning
absolutely
surprise.
see.
You know?
Yeah, and it's fantastic. They pull the evidence together, and the evidence also being a dead body who just stands up. It's fantastic.
Does Wei Wuxian grow like a really nice mustache?
No, but I wish he did.
Yeah.
And
He's
start going
not
around
actu-
people going, one of you is a murderer.
Not quite. I think it's more like the main villain just sort of spilling the beans.
There is a
and
guy already
giving
who
his
has a nice
reason.
mustache, come to think of it.
Yeah, everyone hates the mustache who likes the original content,
he's-
but we love the mustache.
He's the Red Blade guy? What's his title?
Red Blade Master.
Red Blade Master, yeah. He has a cool mustache, and he
His
should be the
sword is
detective by that virtue alone.
And sadly, he's the evidence.
That's
'Cause-
disappointing.
I know the villain stores his head in a box as a trophy, and
Oh,
then they sort of like mix and match and find that the head connects to the body, and they're like, oh, shit, it's this guy.
So
that's the detective work, taking a severed head and trying to match it to a body.
does this fit?
I mean, that's a bit earlier, but it's very important.
So we've got 10 decapitated Hanson Yan, and we've got one head. We're just going to try and connect the spinal cord
I
and
want
see
to
which
joke,
one works.
But that episode had a really sad, that hammy guy you really liked. I'm blanking on the name. The one that kept smiling, who murdered the whole family household.
Oh, Wu Yang?
Yeah, begins with X.
Xu Yang.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he was having a great time.
He wasn't he?
Like, that actor is clearly enjoying his role, and he saw his role. He saw he was a bastard, and he just accepted that and has just gone into it.
Oh, mega! I've got this to come. So
Yeah.
You know how some villains like to have like a brooding backstory, and I'm only evil because my sister has a heart condition and I have to do evil things.
oh, is
Yeah.
he one of them?
He is
he
not
one of those?
that.
I'm
He
evil
is-
because it's fun.
He's evil because he's having a great time.
Yeah, brilliant.
And frankly, I want more of that in film.
Don't worry, he comes back.
Good. And he's
That's
got
not
this.
the last
He's got the crazy eyes as well. Other characters. So our main boy is Wei Wuxian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I didn't know what to make of him in the first 2 episodes that I'd watched before, but now I've seen more of a picture, I can only describe him as Twink Joseph Joestar.
Yes.
Like, he's got that same trickster energy as Jojo. He's always dicking around. He's also got Hermit Purple, is one of his main spells. So, yeah. I rest my
Yeah,
case.
I'd kind of agree. He was from the few episodes I've seen. He's like the cheeky one.
Mhm.
If you
Yes.
yeah. If
Do you remember the
Rule
Darth Jar Jar
breaker.
theory?
Yes.
Oh no! Don't.
He
fucking
fits the
bring that up.
Darth Jar Jar
Don't-
trope.
No, it's not that bad. Jesus.
Well, no, I'm not saying in terms of evilness, as in terms of I'm a manipulative, deceptive type, but I'm actually hyper competent and I'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
But I'm only messing around right now to disguise my true power.
That could be anyone. Why did you have to pick Jar Jar?
Because
Darth
I
Jar
really
Jar?
like
What?
the Darth Jar Jar theory.
Okay.
Oh.
Then it's Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah, he is. But anyway,
So, back to the
Lan
characters.
Zhan.
Yes.
I must confess I don't like him yet.
Okay.
Well, yeah, alright.
He's the stoic trope. Like, he's sort of quiet, and it doesn't do it for me.
He's
Raised by, the whole clan used to be monks and sort
Yeah.
of, came from there. Of course, all they got really strict. He's the head of the rules in the place.
Yeah.
Of course, he's going to be strict and straight.
yeah.
Well-
he's the stickler, isn't he?
Yeah.
We must do it that way because it says we must do it that way, and we've done it this way for 1,000 years or more.
Have you not considered that maybe homosexuality is heavily frowned upon and banned in this era and in China, and therefore he's got a crush on Wei Wuxian and he's deliberately trying to
Repress it.
I mean, there
shy
is
away
that,
from that.
Oh shit.
but
It's very obvious, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I still think he's a bit of a bastard.
What, he likes bunny rabbits?
I do. Okay, the bunny rabbit scene was cute. That is the one time that I have that he's grown on me.
Is that the one where they were all wearing headbands?
Yes.
So after that scene, they leave the cloud recess. I keep wanting to call it the cloud district because of Skyrim, but it's the cloud recess. And
Yeah.
Wei Wuxian is like, oh, I should leave the bunny rabbits in case Lan Zhan is attached to them and wants to say goodbye to them.
No, he said no. His sister's like, if you take one, their family will be
Yes.
split up, and he's like, yes, better leave them together.
There is
Aw.
that. But then after that scene, Lan Zhan is leaving and he just quietly goes, goodbye to the bunny rabbits. And it's really cute. So that is the one scene where I'm like, okay, he's all right.
Oh, Lan Zhan,
You'll
bless
warm
him.
up to him. He gets more like protective as it goes on.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I've
And,
seen him
like,
at his best yet.
Don't worry. He simps so hard for him
Oh.
as to like make up for all the times he's rubbed him off a bit.
Okay.
Not rubbed him off. That's
No, the
not
rubbing him
what
off
to
will be
say,
happening in the
but
fics.
that too. That's later.
Who else is there as prominent characters?
The brother,
Yes.
Zhang Shen.
So the man with the fan with the plan.
No, that's someone else. But
Okay.
we'll talk about
Yeah.
him. The cinnamon
I
bun
can
who
never
will spend
remember.
10 years plotting his revenge and execute it perfectly.
I can never remember the name of the brother. I always blank on it.
Jiang Shen. Oh, yeah. Angry guy in purple.
Is he that angry?
Oh, he gets so angry as it goes
Oh.
on. He's, like, everyone thinks, like, his adoptive brother is, like, better than him. He's always been compared to him. And he's got this bit of a complex where he needs to be the best. He tries, but he fails. And, said guy ends up being, he thinks, to blame for the death of his sister, which makes him very upset. His parents were murdered by the Wen clan, He's having a really bad time, and he sort of becomes this massive pessimist. And
Oh, yeah. Found him.
my favourite,
Chang.
my favourite introduction to him is in episode 2, where he's like, oh, clan leader, and he turns around and is like, what's the bad news now? And it's just like, that's him as a character. What's the bad news now? Ah, bless him. I do like him, but he's definitely blacklisted from, like, women, because he's just...
Blacklisted from where? Isn't his main love interest so far? Wen something.
Wen Quinn.
Wen Quinn, that's her. I'm sorry. Okay, brief tangent. The fandom, wiki fandom site on mobile is appalling. I can't get rid of these bloody ads so I can read the full page, so I can get all the names. So if you hear me being briefly frustrated, it's because I'm trying to get rid of these ads. It's not working. Okay, we're good. I've got it. Cool. Zhang Cheng is the brother.
Yes. Sort of, yes.
Yeah, when we say brother, it's like it's a Kyodai situation.
He's adopted. Yeah, they adopted Wei Ying, so adopted brother. He's actually the youngest, bless him.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's sort of got an older brother vibe.
Yeah, well, when you're looking after an idiot, then you kind of...
That is a good point.
Yeah. Sister is the eldest, adoptive Wei Ying is middle, and then Zhang Cheng, is the youngest.
So even the wiki describes him as a tsundere.
Yeah. He has a crush on Wen Qing, and alas, there is a point he's like, look, if you marry me, you won't get murdered for being a Wen. And she's like, nah, I'll just get murdered.
I would rather die.
No, I mean it wasn't like that. It was like, I think she decided to run off and be with her people, and then at some point something happened, and I don't want to spoil it too much, and they returned for punishment, and she went with them, and you never see her again.
That's a shame. I quite like her, to be honest.
Yeah. Hint, she was murdered.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So the Wen family are the villains, essentially.
This is why everyone hates the Sunshot campaign, because everything there and just after that is awful. It's so sad. It's just like, oh god, the babies are dying. Stop killing the children.
Is there anyone else we want to talk about?
Oh, probably the Ghost General.
The Ghost General. Is that the main villain?
No. That's Wen Qing's little brother.
Wait, really?
You haven't met him. You haven't met him as the Ghost General yet.
Yeah, he's
He's
the one who I think
the soft boy, because he he gets like a lot of ghost problems because he had half his soul fucking nicked
Yeah.
from a fairy statue that was evil.
Yeah, they sort of look
Apparently.
after him a lot because he's... I don't want to use the word
Is it
simple, but
He's very lovely.
yeah, he's the
kind.
soft
Yeah.
boy. And now I've Googled him. There's lots of pictures of him with broken shackles on his arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says he's a shy person and a stutterer when he was alive. Because he had a strange illness.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes full on villain.
Yeah, and Wei Wuxian was
He's-
kind to him.
He was.
So he repaid Wei Wuxian for like looking after him and helping him out, and he saved his life in return lots of times. But then after the Sunshot campaign, because he's a Wen, the other leaders were like, yeah, fuck all the Wens, and one of them stabs him, and he's almost dying. His spiritual cognition is sort of lost, and then he decides, no, fuck it, I'm going to save this guy in the only way Wei Ying knows how to, and that's to try and turn him into a puppet. So he's trying to bring him back to life, but he doesn't quite get there. But on the other side of things, he's beefed up something horrendous. So like you've got all these like puppets, these people who have been turned into like walking corpses, but this one's the alpha corpse, right? He's solid. He can throw people about something rotten. Like holy shit, he's gone from the weak soft boy to weak soft boy in a body of steel.
Oh, wow.
He certainly looks it in the anime.
But problem is that if you play the flute, like you can control him. So if two people play the flute,
Yeah, flute seems to be the most powerful weapon in the show so far.
it's how you play.
Second only to the guitar that Lan Zhan gets.
Quinn. It's a fucking good Quinn. The Quinn.
I'm sorry, he plays it like a guitar. I mean,
I
no,
think the
he uses it
guitar
like a
didn't come
shockwave launcher,
first.
to be honest.
I think the gentry have not been playing guitars since like 1200 BC, but okay.
It's-
I mean,
It's
China was
just-
very advanced for its time.
Yes,
It's,
but it wasn't a
it's
guitar.
actually just set in the 1980s. But
Oh,
just
shut
like
up, Nick.
the really, really aesthetic cyberpunk version of the 1980s.
No, like, so we're seeing all the feudal China stuff, and at some point someone just starts drifting a car, like, in the background. And we're foreshadowing that this is set in the 80s.
Gay and loser, we're going ghostbusting.
It's playing,
No, look,
David Bowie is playing, and they're like, aha, the 80s.
it's clearly this century because they keep leaving their phones on the table. on
God
the
damn
set.
it.
I keep seeing smartphones in amongst like these cups of tea and shit. I'm just like, the actor of Wei Wuxian has got a text.
God, that's really bad.
Either way, shall we move on to fics? I mean, I
We
know
probably
haven't-
should look at the fix.
Yeah, I know we haven't really gone too far into the Wens, like the main villain or anything, but
That's
like,
okay. We'll get into
Well-
everything if it comes up.
yes, we've spent too long doing this.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, let's dive right in. Unless you want to make any predictions before we do.
Well, I think all of it's going to be your main pairing of Lan Zhan and Wei Ying, but, you know.
Oh, now I'm curious about this. Hang on. So I just typed the Untamed into the search bar, and one of the suggestions. There's a Mexican movie also called The Untamed.
Oh, it's not a
fuck's sake.
crossover, is it?
A couple in a troubled marriage locate a meteorite, indicating an encounter with a mysterious creature. Their lives are turned upside down by the discovery of the creature, which is a source of both pleasure and destruction.
It sounds completely different. Is
That
that creature
sounds
Wei
a
Wuxian?
completely different thing. I hope there's a crossover between it.
Yeah.
The meteorite was made of yin
Of
iron.
the Stygian tiger seal.
Stygian tiger meteorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's all coming together. I'm connecting the dots.
Shall we just jump straight into the Alpha, Beta, Omega stuff?
Oh, if you found it, why not?
If we must.
So I
I'm
found
already... Lands and Alpha, I'm just saying. Lanjan's and Alpha.
we've found Bound Only
Already
by
there.
the Sea by Leverment.
Oh, okay.
And
Yep.
this is an Alpha, Beta, Omega fic. There's Impreg, there's Hurt Comfort, there's a happy ending. Alternate universe, Cinderella Fusion.
Oh.
Wow, okay.
So I'm hoping this is the plot of Cinderella, but with Wei Wuxian.
And Lan Zhan as the alpha.
Yeah,
Ah,
Lan Zhan is
called
the
it.
alpha,
Called
incidentally.
it.
Yep.
Fucking
It's not
called
every
it.
day Wei Wuxian gets swept off his feet by a handsome alpha, but when he does, that alpha turns out to be the actual emperor. It was
Oh,
a surprise
bloody
for him too. Wait, is it? Oh, it is shipping Lan Zhang and Wei Wuxian.
Chapters
Wow.
24.
Yeah, this is 270,000 words.
It's a quarter of
You
a
can-
million.
You can read that one, James. That's a
I'm
bit
good.
of you.
I've got an
not
episode
finished
to
yet.
edit. I want to know who the fairy godmother is.
Oh God, imagine. I'm looking at the tags now. I'm just gonna be like, who out of these people could be the fairy godmother? It won't be Meng Yao.
Ironically,
reckon-
it's Wei Wuxian has the most fairy godmother energy out of every character.
I don't think it would be Core Melting Hand.
No,
Somehow.
despite his cool name.
I think it'll be Ni Huai Sang.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ni Huai Sang. I think that's how. Yeah, I can see him like appearing out of nowhere. His fan flicks out and goes, "You're not going out dressed like that. You're not."
That
Bippity
said,
boppity boom, and he's just like wearing his slutty cultivator robes to the ball and
His slutty
So-
cultivator robes.
deep V-neck robes.
do you reckon there's...
Got his flute out,
Hang on.
hair
I
down.
have to go on a tangent here. I'm going to Google that one.
What?
Because everything has a sexy Halloween costume, right?
There is
Are we going...
there is a point where Wuxian gets sort of evil and uses a lot of resentment energy. Well, he's not really evil, but you know. And he does have like a low-cut robe, which would have been very, very, very scandalous, I'm sure, for the time.
I'm
So, you know
Googling
how- you know how
sexy
in the
costume,
80s
the Untamed, and
You
so
know how-
far, nothing.
Right, let's think outside the box.
I don't think that's how it's going to show up. It's just a V-neck.
Probably.
I mean, they're all wearing full-length dress robes, you know.
I will say, though, talking of the fairy godmother showing up saying you're not wearing that, I would argue Wei Wuxian is the best dressed out of every character, at least that I've seen so far.
Yeah, he does have a good wardrobe.
He knows his color coordination. Like the inside of his coat is red, and the outside is sort of a dark blue, and then it's black at the top. It's 10 out of 10.
Works. Yeah.
Reminds me of Virgil from Devil May Cry, actually. Who is also a well-dressed man.
There's quite a few good outfits in that, to be fair. Like, if you look on the fabric, it's all really detailed and it's all really cool. It's just like, oh, wow. Bring it back.
That's probably where all the budget went.
Bring back the effort in the clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm sick
if
of the shit
fashion,
we've got now.
if men's fashion had more variety, that is what I would pick as an outfit for day to day.
What,
Fuck
just
me.
robes?
The
Unfortunately,
pockets would be infinite.
yeah, there are
in
no
those
clothing
things.
shops that sell that, and if I went out like that, I'd look like a weirdo. But
You'd be bullied by chavs.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, there's that meme of like what fashion tries to sell men, what men actually want.
Yeah,
That's where I am. That's what I want to wear.
I feel the same. To be fair,
Yeah,
I want one of those big Victorian dresses.
Oh, with a bustle.
Personally. Yeah, because
Yeah.
because like the cage on like a Corolla or whatever the fuck it is, like you can put things in it, and it's massive. The pockets would be gargantuan.
Yeah.
It'd look like I have a massive arse and hips, but my god, I could put things in there. I could move house with that outfit.
might be hard to sit down.
I wouldn't be sitting down.
Whatever.
I would have to take the thing off to sit down.
You'd have to remove the seat from your car and drive stood up or crouch down.
You drive a
No, I'll
tiny
just-
car, Grace.
But yeah, it's because it's tiny and lightweight. It means I can kick through the bottom of the floor and Fred Flintstone it. It's fine.
Jesus.
I've thought about it.
I mean, yeah, fuel's expensive, so...
Exactly.
Oh,
Huh,
good
that's
grief.
an odd AU.
Tell you what I really want to do. I really want to buy a shitty banger and just have this massive pipe with all sorts of weird shit like Dove lotion and like cigarette butts that looks like it's being siphoned into the engine, so people think I'm running it off of all sorts of random shit.
Eh?
You know how everyone's looking for like fuel alternatives at the moment?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just
I'm
buy a
going to
shit
get you
banger
guys
and
off this
pretend I can
tangent
run
because I
it.
know you'll be
Sorry.
here for 20 minutes.
Sorry.
I have here, live from New York.
Is it
which-
a band AU?
No, it's an AU where they both work on the set of SNL.
What? SNLAU? Is that a trope? If it's not a trope, it really should be a trope.
Let's have a look.
A family can just be the staff of a popular late-night sketch show.
I don't see a tag for alternate universe SNL.
But I've seen, and they
Additional
were
tags.
roommates.
Yeah, that's on here.
Oh no!
Yes. Yeah. Idiots in love. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that's what they are in canon.
So yeah,
Could not be lighter or gentler bondage.
God, I'm stupid. I'm so
Excellent.
stupid. They should have just been fucking stage names for Screen Actors Guild memberships. I'm such a fool in man's shoes, is one of the notes. They weren't sure how to work in courtesy names, and they realised after they wrote it that that's how they should have done it,
Oh
is
man!
stage names.
Oh.
So yeah, this is just 30 Rock, but with handsome Chinese boys. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Fair enough. I don't think it's
I
a
like
bad thing
that.
either.
I like this. I don't know. It's already a mishmash AU. Just don't think about too hard about it. That's my advice. Oh, bless them. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure it is.
This sounds good. And probably long.
Mm-hmm.
Got another tag here. Yearning 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh! Ah.
Oh, hang on. I just want to share this one. This is called "To Be Loved and to Be in Love" by Gayheart.
That's a great name.
The summary is: as time went by and as he grew bigger, Lan Wangji realised he loved this version of himself. Still strong, still one of the best cultivators in his generation, but also as a fat man, a husband, a father.
Okay, link
Oh.
this.
Yep, I'll link this over. This is just fat Lan Wangji, which I'm kind of, as a fat bloke, I'm kind of here for.
Yeah.
You're happy for the representation.
Yeah. So here it is. It's 711 words, and yeah, it's just fat Lan Wangji.
Alright.
Shall we stick to calling him Lang Zhan, just for the sake of continuity?
Yeah, can do.
I mean,
Well, read it out. It's said on the thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah,
Good
this
point.
is the thing. I only said Lan Wangji because
Oh, yeah, they say
it's in the
Lan.
fic. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool,
So it's not me, it's them.
makes sense. So what I really want to know is this Wei Wuxian, like, fattening him up? Or is this... Is he
No,
just
but-
done this on his own accord?
By the sounds of things, it does all these home cooked meals and he keeps treats around where they live because they're meant to stop Wei Wuxian being in this malnourished body of Mo Xuan Yu. So he
Oh.
keeps giving him treats and home cooked meals, but
It's
just
rubbed off on him.
yeah, that's it. It's rubbed
They're
off on
sharing
him.
it.
It's nice to share, and it's nice to sort of sit there eating snacks and stuff like that. So he gets fat.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
But there we
dear.
go.
Bless him. That's so true of like most households, isn't it?
I know.
Oh my god, my house is full of crap because my mum just keeps buying it, and I'm just like, I guess I better use this up so then I can finally go on this diet after it's gone, and then she just buys more. It's like, and it's just a repetitive cycle.
This is the thing. You feel less bad about working your way through a multi-pack of crisps if there's somebody sat next to you doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, there we go. But by the sounds of things, yeah, being fat suits Lan Shan.
Bless him.
Oh, fine.
I might read this. It's kind of short, but I think it'd be quite sweet. So
Okay. Grace, what have you found?
Oh, oh shit, where am I? Yeah, right, yeah. Hang on. I was reading things and then I got lost in
I love
like,
how sometimes
the
you'll link
tags in the
something and then
bar.
I'll remind you of it and you'll be like, wait, what? I did?
I was caught by the title alone and I haven't read it. It's called Bunnies Are His Love Language by Katzler.
5 times Wei Ying was obvious and the one time he dropped a truth bomb. Or one time someone dropped a truth bomb. I can't read today.
I mean, since the Yakuza episode, I kind of like these 5+1.
It's a good format.
Yeah, it's quite
I'm
nice.
fond of them.
I've seen fanfics where they bond over rabbits, and so I really like the idea of just like bunnies constantly being put into this fandom as a means of communication. Oh, how do we get language out of Michelle? Bunnies.
He does like his
Gonna put
buns.
Gonna put some fucking bunnies in there.
Bunnies with headbands.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I realised that when they left the cave, someone must have took the headbands off the rabbits.
I did wonder about that.
I'm wondering who that was. Like, they're just having to scoop up these rabbits and like, you don't need this anymore, bro. It's fine.
Oh, I have.
Maybe they
this.
thought, because to wear that headband, you've got to be like a certain qualified in the Land Clan, right?
Yeah, if you're
So maybe the
an
Grandmaster
inner
was like,
disciple,
this bunny doesn't know the rules.
You have to be.
Remove
You have to
these
be
at
an inner
once.
disciple
Yeah.
to get the headband. So
So-
outer disciples don't get them.
So the
it's
Grandmaster
like-
took each bunny in one at a time and gave them the test to see if they're worthy of being inner disciples. And
Does that allude to there being at least one or two bunnies?
yeah, one
that
of those
passed?
bunnies can jump as far as Lan Zhan and
Yes.
can do all the cultivator magic.
Oh, I want to see a rabbit play the good
So
queen.
so Lan Bun, as his name is.
Blang.
So Lan Bun, the one very talented rabbit, who is qualified as a cultivator and can jump even further than the others because he's got martial arts and big legs.
There needs to be a spin-off with this.
If any
guy.
artists are listening and want to draw that, please do.
Yes.
What, Lang Zhan as a rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no need, brother.
Ah,
I've already cited the literature and the fine artworks.
uh-huh.
There are plenty plenty of rabbit Lang Zhan.
Grace, what would we do without you?
Thanks, Grace.
Quite alright. It's quite alright.
Finger on the pulse as always.
Yeah.
What?
I shall send some for your pleasure later. Not even sexy rabbits either, it's just literal rabbits.
That's
Or dragons.
even
Either a rabbit
better.
or a dragon.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I think I found a knitting AU.
Knitting.
Oh, send it. I hadn't
Let
seen
me
one of
just
them before.
check these tags just to make sure I know what I'm doing. Yes. Okay. So this is Kilf
Kilf.
What?
or Knits I'd
Okay.
like to fuck.
Knits I'd like to fuck.
Yeah.
Knits I'd like to fuck in.
Knits I'd like to fuck
Oh.
in by
Oh.
Scarlet Storm. Tags modern AU, established relationship, OnlyFans AU, sex worker Wei Ying, fashionista Lan Zhan. We've also got autistic Lan Zhan.
In this house we support sex workers.
Mm-hmm.
They're horny and in love.
I can agree with that.
No,
And fiber
no, Peter,
arts.
we die like Wei Shen.
Oh no.
Excellent.
And aggressive mutual caretaking.
Okay,
What's a tender kink?
it's just being nice.
Okay.
Yeah. My kink is someone being nice to me,
Oh, that's nice.
Which is rare these
which
days.
Yeah.
is so
isn't it?
rare. Yeah.
I know, like, usually it's not nice, it's,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Take the dishes out of the dishwasher, you cuck. I was like, alright.
Your house sounds a lot worse than anyone else's.
That's not my house. We don't have a dishwasher.
I've never cooked.
I am the dishwasher. I wash everything by hand.
Do you get shouted at until you do it?
No, I just do it.
Okay. Is it because you'll get
Because
shouted
it's
at if
my
you
house
don't?
too. No, because I hate dishes being lying about.
Yeah, fair enough.
Crikey. Knits I'd like to fucking...
Yeah, this sounds wholesome.
A suchon of gender. Getting losers, we're
A what?
introspecting about queerness.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a sequel to a fic called For a Good Time, Call, where Lan Zhan accidentally finds his best friend's OnlyFans account and has an ongoing emotional crisis.
Oh no.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. How did he find that, I wonder?
Well, it's probably on the site to begin
So
with.
he just
wasn't
types in handsome Asian twinks and then
it? In knitwear.
in knitwear
Yeah.
and Wei Wuxian shows up, exactly what he was looking for.
And then there he is.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I know him.
How did I not see this before?
I recognise that freckle on his butt. Oh no.
Oh no.
A quiet, still coherent voice in the back of Lan Zhan's head appreciates the clear attention to detail in the photo. The professional level lighting, the composition. The pose is relaxed but deliberate, sexual without being obscene. Lan Zhan has, in his ill-spent time on a few dating apps, seen enough amateur dick photography to be able to critique it from an artistic standpoint. It would be an honour to receive this dick pic.
Amazing.
The rest of Lan
Oh.
Zhan cannot stop staring at Wei Ying's dick. There are actual words that accompany this picture, and after an indeterminate amount of time, Lan Zhan actually drags his eyes away from the trail of hair between Wei Ying's belly button and briefs and manages to read them. Felt hot today, so I decided to take a break to cool off. Fire, laughing face, then the water emoji, you know, like the drips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of this set and more at my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/YeelingPatriarch.
Of course, that's his name.
Let
Fabulous.
me... I have to know. Hold on.
What?
I'm going to the URL just to see.
Yeah, tell
you think
us
someone's
if
actually
it's...
set it
Yeah,
up?
I'd be
tell us
very
if it's
curious
true.
if someone took that. Someone has that as their OnlyFans. No posts.
None.
God damn it!
Maybe they've registered it for a later date. The
Oh, I hope
author.
so.
Yeah.
I hope this is the author, like, setting up, like, an ARG where they post as him. I've sent you a screenshot of, yeah.
Let's have a look.
Like, that profile picture
Well-
looks to be him holding the flute, right?
That's yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Oh my
holding his
Christ.
flute,
Yes, we picked up on that.
you know, like a penis.
No, really.
Yeah, very good.
Just explaining
very
the joke
good.
for you.
Yeah, humor's funniest if you explain it.
Yep. Wei Ying, virgin and noted heterosexual, gets hit with a curse of an unusual nature on his 30th birthday. Through physical contact, he can read the minds of others around him. Enter Lan Zhan, hot former rival and current co-worker, whose true thoughts about Wei Ying are nothing like what he expects.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
This is I'm the One for Your Fire by Occultings. Brackets micro comments.
Why do I get the feeling Wei Wuxian is just gonna touch him, and then he's just gonna hear careless
Yeah.
whisper, and then like a fucking montage of just himself?
That's
Yeah,
the
with that
impression I'm
sort
getting.
of smoky sort of Vaseline on the lens.
Yes, all around
Yeah.
the outside. Yeah.
So the tags we have: modern setting, mind reading, enemies to lovers. It's enemies to lovers in Wei Ying's one brain cell.
Oh, he thinks they're enemies.
Misunderstanding, compulsory heterosexuality, wump,
Compulsory.
and cherry magic AU
What's wump?
What's Cherry Magic
don't
AU?
know. to both.
A Wump is big sad character,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
so it's like gets picked on. Is
Cherry
upset,
Magic
bullied.
is a manga series. To use its full title, Cherry Magic: 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard.
What?
It's a manga. It's a boy love manga. Let me read the plot to you. Having never had sex in his
Christ.
life, after Kyoshi Adachi reaches his 30th birthday, he becomes a wizard. He develops the ability to hear the thoughts of other people by touching them. One day, he discovers his popular co-worker, Yuichi Kurosawa, is in love with him. While dealing with the awkwardness of being able to hear Kurosawa's nightly rather forthright feelings for him, Adachi comes to terms with how much Kurosawa values him and starts to develop reciprocal feelings of his own. I really can't read today. Apologies.
Oh, okay. I didn't know being a virgin could make you magic, but there we go.
I mean, if we all knew, I think the world would be quite
Yeah,
because sex.
I'd be putting off sex
Nah,
for wizardry.
magic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There wouldn't be humans in the next 10 years because
Yeah.
we'd all be like
So
firing fireballs
a wizard is
around
a
the
slang term for a man who reaches 30 while still being a virgin.
Is it?
Yeah, so that's the premise is just what if it meant
What if
actual
you
wizard?
were? Yeah. What if you were actually a wizard? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's then they wrote a boy love based on that.
Like if you don't blow your load before your 30th birthday, then you are
You're a
magic.
wizard.
Yeah.
You're a wizard, Harry. It's not
You're
fair.
gonna go
Women
to
won't talk
Hogwarts.
to me. Yeah.
Uh,
Honestly, cherry magic sounds quite funny, to be honest.
It does. Yeah. It does.
And I'm also curious to see it played out by the cast of The Untamed.
I really want you to watch Love Stage. My God, it's funny.
Which one's Love Stage?
Oh, it's about this child actor who grows up, and his co-actor at the time, who is also a child actor. They both grew up, and he's decided that as a young age he wanted to marry this guy, but he thought he was a girl because he was dressed as a girl for that. So he's looking for this woman, and you'd have to watch it. It's hilarious.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you.
Shenanigans ensue.
I will watch that with you if you watch the rest of Golf Lesbians with me.
That's not what it's called, and you know
No,
it.
it's called Birdie Wing, a golf lesbian story. So for listeners, I've been watching an anime called Birdie Wing. It is about golf on paper. On Practice, it is about a group of lesbians playing golf and playing it the same way Yu-Gi-Oh plays card games. And it's roughly as accurate to Yu-Gi-Oh as Yu-Gi-Oh the anime is to poker.
Oh my god.
It's bonkers. I'm having a blast, and Grace will not watch it with me because she doesn't like golf.
I know it made us late for the
It
cinema.
did make us late for the cinema.
And I won't
Actually, no,
forgive
hold
it.
on. No, it didn't, because we showed up exactly on time for the film itself.
I missed all the adverts.
Yeah, we missed the
'cause of that ad.
adverts.
I mean, I don't particularly like golf. I used to play golf.
Mm-hmm.
I was like semi-competent at golf, but like, I mean, I gave it up because I didn't like the way that people turned into little Hitlers on the golf course, and you know. But anyway, I would watch that show. That sounds a blast.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, everyone involved with golf seems to be a lesbian.
And I like how you make like golf lesbian sound as like it sounds like a character trope. The way you're fucking
It may as well
describing it.
Like, the main character's whole thing is she likes golf and seducing women.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are her two
Everybody's-
personality traits. She's running an orphanage with 2 other lesbians, and it's very wholesome.
Everybody's group.
I know for a fact, if I watched that, I'd then call you up on that and say, look, right, now we're going to watch Love Stage. And you'd be like,
No, I will honour it.
and then you'd never watch it. And there'd be no
Tell
point.
you what, we'll watch Love Stage first. How about that?
Oh my
Would you
god.
like to put it in writing?
We don't need to. It's on recording.
Yeah, sign a contract.
Deal.
Give me some time to think because, Jesus Christ, how many episodes is
I
this?
think 12.
And everybody's group of friends has a golf lesbian. If yours
Yeah.
doesn't have one, you are the golf lesbian.
Well, the golf lesbian.
God, I hate golf.
Well, those are the terms. I'll watch anything you want me to, as long as we watch Birdie Wing afterwards.
So much
This
power.
is your chance, Grace.
You can make me watch anything. You could just show up with actual gay porn and just put it on for an hour and a half.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind
I
that.
would. Depending on what boys it is.
Alright.
I mean, if it's Wei Wuxian,
Hear
we'll
someone
see.
gulp nervously down the line. Was that you or Nick? Just go, ooh. Alright. Okay, Birdie Wing for Love Stage, you're on.
Cool.
Brilliant.
We'll talk about one of them on the podcast next time, or once
Yes.
we've watched it.
Because the thing
Okey
is, if
dokey.
you're both having to sit through these things, the least you can do is maybe get some content out of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Talking of content, we should get back to Untamed.
What was it
Yeah,
actually?
that
here?
was a tangent, I think.
What?
What?
I'm going in blind just by the title.
Okay.
This is Save a Sword, Ride a Socialist
What?
by Cis Ray.
Hey?
You heard me.
Yeah, I heard you, but I
Save
need
a sword,
context.
ride a socialist. There it is.
In which Lan Qiren and Jin Guangshen are conspicuously terrible. Lang Wenji decides to fake date Wei Wuxian about it, and literally no brain cells are consulted.
Oh my god.
Good tags include literal plot bunnies, car seats as an expression of love, the inherent eroticism of boning down while receiving free childcare.
That's a tag, isn't it?
That's a tag and a half.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's also in several collections, including Best MDZS/CQL fics.
I like this. Background Wen Qing and Mian Mian because none of the men are good enough for either of them, and that's facts.
I don't know.
Yes. Yes, I agree. I'm
Really?
sorry, I agree. Yes, I do.
Not Wei Wuxian?
No. He's got Lan
Wow.
Zhan.
Well, yeah, but he's still good enough for them.
Not compared with Mian Mian. Mian Mian's a badass.
She
and
hasn't
so
been
is,
a badass
and so
for
is
me
Wen
yet.
Qing. Oh, shut up.
No, I mean, in what I've seen, she hasn't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
In
That's not
time.
me being sexist, that's me saying she hasn't been badass yet.
No, you've agreed that Wen Qing is badass.
Oh, I like her, yeah.
Yeah, she's
Not
alright.
Mian Mian, though.
Yeah, Mian Mian needs time.
Okay. She's been the Daphne so far, if you get what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Just sort of there to be
have you
pinged.
know she's a decorated cultivator?
Oh, I'm sure she will be, but for now she is the Daphne. In the episodes I've seen, she exists to be kidnapped or be put in danger.
I'll tell you what, between the Untamed and the animated series, the women get so much more screen time in the Untamed than in the series.
Oh, okay.
It's incredibly shit in the series for like, having women around.
Ah.
You're welcome.
So notes, this was meant to be a quick, cracky fic, and then this started happening.
And
Oh
it's
god,
now
it
it's now
spiraled.
like 33,000 words.
It's 14 chapters.
Wow. Nice. You know what, I think a lot of people agree on me with this, but there seems to be this joke going around that Wei Wuxian died knowing that not coming back, finding out that his kid was being looked after by Lan Zhan, and then disappearing again so he could get out of childcare responsibilities.
He just wants to dodge child support payments.
Yeah, sadly he died thinking that Yuan had died, which is sad. Like Yuan, sorry.
Okay.
But the second time he left, when he was in Mo Shan-yu's body, is no excuse. No fucking excuse. He's not 18 yet, Wei Wuxian. You can't leave. But he did. What a wanker.
It's just to get out of looking after his kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like, come back to Cloud Recess, and he's just like, gotta go. Bye.
He's just nipping out for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. He's just,
And that was-
going for a
that was
bottle of
3 years
Emperor's
ago.
Smile, and he's gone again. Plays the flute, fucks off. Ugh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear. Poor Lan Zhan.
Yeah, Paul and Jan.
He's shouldered so much.
hang on, does Wei Ying actually have a kid in this then?
No, he adopts one of the Wens.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, very cute. So yeah, all the
Oh, I
Wens
see.
get
They raise a
murdered-
kid together.
get murdered, but they decided to let the kid go, or the kid was left behind or something, and Lan Zhan finds him after all this goes down and like decides to take him back to Cloud Recess and raises him.
Okay,
So yeah, raises Wen Wuxian's kid.
I see.
Even I love accidental child acquisition in these things. Word of Honor does it quite well as well.
As does Yakuza.
As does yeah, a lot of them do, don't they?
Accidental child acquisition.
Yep.
Well, where the fuck
'Cause
did this come from?
Because adoption's boring.
Chris, remind me which one is Hangguan Jun?
So that is Lan Zhan's title.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, well, Hangguan Jun is marrying a fox demon.
Oh, that's probably Wei Wuxian. Because I've seen loads of fox demons and it turned out to be Wei Wuxian.
So this
It's
fic is called
always-
Hangguan Jun is marrying a fox demon by KNB SNK Lover.
Chapter
Yeah,
1, How I Met Your Father.
you guessed correctly. This is a Wei Ying Lan Zhan fic.
I'm too good.
Contains empreg, male lactation, attempts at humour. No beta, I've never had a beta,
Betaless.
and fox
Betaless.
demons. Chapter 1, How I Met Your Father.
If you're betaless for 30 years,
I'm a wizard. An alpha wizard.
you can become a wizard. A word
if-
wizard.
If I know my D&D right, an alpha wizard is just a sorcerer.
Alright, don't need to bring D&D
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
just a sorcerer,
Yeah,
you know.
That's still better than what we've got, our
Yeah.
fucking sexed up bitches.
yeah. I'd
We're
rather...
we're
I
too
wish I'd
sexed
stayed a
up
virgin
to-
and become a sorcerer. That'd be
Yeah.
sick.
It's like saying
No.
you're just in MI6, you know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the chapters: How I Met Your Father, the best damn wedding ever. Zhu Yang is a bad bitch. Wei Wuxian lives up to a fox demon. Wang Zhan are in love, and I bore you a whole generation of little lands. In all caps.
It sounds like he's gonna make him owe him for that.
Yeah, it does.
I brought them into this world. I will take them back out. Feed me spicy rice and wine.
I will also
That
add,
looks quite fluffy.
I was also looking, there are 53 works in Rabbit Lan Zhan.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay! Oh, Rabbit Lan Zhan.
Some of these are very smutty.
Excellent. Well, Rabbit's a seedy, horny, violent creature.
The second top one was, the synopsis is just, ever heard the phrase, fuck like bunnies?
Every day is every day.
They
That
don't,
fic
they
is
don't mess about, do they?
that fic is The Ways of Wild Rabbits by Bufflehead. They are both rabbits and they fuck. Top Lang Zhan, bottom Wei Ying.
Alright, question.
Yeah.
Are they humans with bunny ears, or are they actual rabbits?
Well, we're gonna have to find out, aren't we?
Is this?
Yeah, someone's got to read this.
Is this going to be just someone's just watched National Geographic? just like,
You know what?
right, then this happens.
There isn't an Untamed dub, but if they ever made one, it would be great if it was just David Attenborough doing every character.
God.
Just doing
hang
all the
on.
voices and describing
No,
everything.
I like
Sex as animals.
how
Yeah.
one of the
For
tags
the love of
is...
God, please
Yes.
don't look at me.
I was just about to mention that.
Wei Ying is referred to as a doe and technically has a boy pussy, although I cannot stomach the thought of calling it a rabbit boy pussy. Just vibe with it, there are already rabbits here. I tried.
I
Lord.
love this already.
I tried. Oh Lord, help me, I tried to find out if
Oh.
female rabbits have orgasms. I don't think they do, based on the very scant information available. So I'm very sorry to Wei Ying, and also rabbits as a species.
Can I also quickly just say, I try to make it as realistic as possible, while also, alas, not being a rabbit myself. The title is From Watership Down by Richard Adams.
No! Oh my god!
I love this
Yo!
author
Yeah.
so much.
Well, that was a fucking turn up.
I might
I
read
love
this if
that.
no
It's
one
like
else does.
Crediting Richard Adams for the
I-
title.
I love a researched fic. I'm still on the Bunny Lang Zhan set of tags. We've got Run Run by Lazu Link. Wei Wuxian was just relaxing and eating some blackberries. How was he to know he was trespassing?
What? Oh, is he gonna get banged
think-
for just being on someone's property?
Maybe? Starts off extremely dubious and veers into mildly dubious content.
Territorial Lan Zhan. So yes.
The author Google searched bunny dominance behaviors for this fic. It was very
Wow.
enlightening. So I'll give this fandom this. I
Plot.
love that they do the research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with most of the fandoms, to be fair.
So it is
You've
just
got to
then.
credit the authors on this site.
So I figured this would be a fic about human Wei Wuxian stealing some blackberries that don't belong to him and being cursed and turned into a rabbit.
But no, he's a single rabbit.
He starts off as a single rabbit in your area.
Wei Wuxian is actually a rabbit. No, really.
Wei Wuxian's cock is normal, he thinks, from what he's seen. It's about the same size as length of most people's. Lan Wangji's is not normal. It's almost as long as a forearm and just as thick around. So painfully hard that the head is fully bared to the air, dark and pulsing in time with his heartbeat.
Oh my god.
Now, that's a description.
A dick as
That's
long as a
incredibly
forearm
descriptive.
and just as thick.
Is anyone else like holding their forearm up for like
Yeah, just
to
like...
gauge?
damn.
Have you seen how tall I am?
I know.
And
You
how
and
long my
James,
arms
like,
are?
are gonna. You two are gonna. Mine. I'm looking at my arm, going. Jesus
still
Christ!
wouldn't want
but
to.
looking at your two arms, I'm like, no. God no.
Oh, dear.
Lang Wangji. So the paragraph after that. His large hands grasp Wei Wuxian by the knees, pushing him outwards, so Lan Wangji can slot himself between them. Lang Wangji seems to read this in him. He presses one of those big, warm hands down on Wei Wuxian's abdomen and leans closer, lips brushing Wei Wuxian's as he says, "You need it, don't you?"
Oh God. I feel like there was too much emotion in that voice. I think you need to be a lot more deadpan for that.
Oh, so
Alright.
I was aiming for Arnie, but
Oh no.
you need it, don't you?
No, stop saying it. I don't. Stop.
You need Lan Zhan's forearm cock.
No. Christ.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'd already said goodbye. We were wrapping up the show. And then I noticed this fic. This is called Cultivating Cornetto by Anonymous. and I feel like we have to talk about it before we go.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, that's why I've called you back here. So, Grace,
can't
briefly, do
pick
you want
up
to
the
explain the cornetto thing?
In the series,
Yeah.
it'll stop mid-plot of the show to have a little ad break, and it's animated into the animation, a cornetto, and they'll talk about this fucking ice cream, and they'll be like, you had cornettos as a child, didn't you, Lanjan? He's like, cornettos
were
are forbidden in
forbidden.
Cloud Recess, and then he'll just take Wei Ying's cornetto and eat a bit himself, and it's just like cornettos,
So,
buy cornetto, and then it'll get back to the show, and you wonder what the fuck just happened because you're not entirely sure whether it's an advert or part of the plot.
So it is basically it's product placement.
yeah.
Yes,
It's
very
ad.
heavy
It's an ad
product
deal.
placement.
There are
It
cornettos being...
advertised something else later, but I can't remember what it is.
There are cornettos sold in China with like the characters on the box as well.
Yes.
Hang on a second. Can I read the summary because I've just noticed what the fuck's going on
Feel
here.
free. I was excited for it myself, to be honest, but I do a lot of reading, so over to you.
The higher a person's cultivation is, the more they resemble a cornetto.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wei Wuxian noticed that in his new body, only his arms were cornettos. Mo Xuan Yu must never have had a strong cultivation. Later on, he saw Cornetto in white robes with golden eyes which looked lifeless, as if in mourning for a dead wife, had no mouth, and was carrying a guqin. And the Land's clan ribbon around what must be its head. Oh, this must be Lan Shen.
So, the more you resemble a cornetto, the more powerful you are.
Oh, this is horrifying. No wonder you're an anonymous author. What have you created?
Rigid M for vulgar humour. Oh my god.
Is this what rating is this?
It
The
is
only thing
it is
marring the
mature.
hot and sexy Cornetto body was lines of whip marks laid across its back and cracking the waffle.
Yeah. This is mature.
Oh my god, and it's canon compliant. Why?
I don't think
why?
it is.
No, I mean the whipping across Lanjan's back.
Oh, right. Okay.
He got whipped 33 times for like fighting 33 elders.
The last he had seen the other cultivator, he had his head still perfectly human atop a conical cornetto body. Later on, when Wei Wuxian would be sneaking at the cloud recesses cold spring and stumble on Lang Wenji, he would think he had a very sexy cornetto. Not that Wei Ying was gay, because he was only play acting as one, even though Wei Ying couldn't appreciate his perfect cornetto body, such as if it was given by the gods. Because, of course, if you say no homo after appreciating a dude's body, it means you're not gay. Sure.
God's sake, this makes as much sense as that other fic.
Ni Menghui's hot cornetto corpse.
What?
Oh
You
my
heard me.
god.
Does that mean he's melted?
I guess so.
No, he's just a dead Cornetto.
The very buff and sexy abs of the cornetto corpse showed that this fella had a very high level of cultivation. There were not many who could achieve that level of physique, and Wei Ying felt like the cultivation style was familiar.
Oh, this is him trying to identify
God,
the
this
body.
is-
Yeah.
He
oh
doesn't
my
have
God.
the head. Oh my
Lang
god.
Wenji became jealous faster than the 7-year-old who you couldn't buy that ice cream. You couldn't buy that ice cream, but your classmates who you hated could. Okay, that's a hard sentence.
Oh, holy
so
run-on
specific.
sentence.
The corpse had a figure that any man could want. Its large cornetto body was broad in the shoulders and nicely tapered in the waist.
Like every Cornetto, then.
Yeah. It's what every
It's
man
not-
aspires to be shaped like.
The run-on sentences in this are fantastic.
Yeah.
Lan Wangji was like that ice cream, except 1,000 times more untouchable, except if your name happened to be Wei Ying, with the courtesy name of Wei Wuxian, who of course didn't know that and just assumed Mo Shuang Yu and Lang Wangji had a brief kinky fling together. Thus why he's acting as his sugar daddy, which is actually true, because he's both a sugar and a daddy, so double the sugar daddy being an ice cream which has 14 to 20 grams of sugar per serving, and
Fucking
he has a
hell.
foster kid called Lan Yuan. Not that Wei Wuxian knows, because there's such a thing as dramatic storytelling, even in a story about cornettos.
Fuck me.
Full
Are you
stop.
done?
Anonymous.
I feel like
I love this.
I feel like a cornetto in the sun. My brain just melted out my ear.
Yeah. I really think you need to work on your sentences, but otherwise this is fantastic.
No, that was the perfect sentence because it was like an acid trip.
I guess.
Oh, that paragraph just ended me. So good.
God, they're all like this.
You know when like you put dots in for citations and things. They've got these two little star marks.
So that's called a footnote.
Excellent. And I've just noticed the notes at the bottom.
Yep.
I was going to write Jade, but Lan Wangji and his brother always have that monopoly. So I thought, what other object was harder than Jade? And I thought, aha, Lan Wangji's dick to Wei Wuxian's ass. Pat myself on the back. Congratulate yourself. This was a good fic.
This is absolutely a good fic. There is no doubt about that.
I mean, good in the sense more neutral than good or evil. Definitely neutral. Chaotic neutral, I think, is this fic.
This is certainly a chaos fic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also,
It
the
is.
paragraph breaks are ice creams. I feel like we have to mention that.
But not cornettos, because these ice creams
I
have a
imagine
flat
you
bottom.
can't get a Cornetto emoji. That's super specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rip.
Well, thank you, Anonymous. You made me turn on the recorder again just so we could get this in. And I'm probably just going to shove it into the middle of the episode.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, time travel in a podcast. You're welcome. We don't have the license for that.
Again, going back to what you were saying about disliking things starting right in the middle and going back and forth. This podcast and the fact you like Doctor Who is incredibly telling that you're full of shit.
I sure am. Right, I'm going to stop recording now. I should have
Okay.
stopped recording midway through Grace calling me out, but I felt like
No,
I
we
should...
called you out earlier. I just thought it was appropriate to bring it back.
Fair. Okay. Back to the
Continuity.
episode.
So, James, you like rabbits.
This fandom does.
Yeah.
So you're in... Well, why are you still there? Why are you still into rabbits? What's
I'm
going on?
morbidly fascinated at this point.
Alright. What was it with you and mammals? Eh?
Mammals.
Grace, are you trying to make that the new thing after
Yes.
being obsessed with sea
Well-
creatures?
Here's the thing, James.
Mm-hmm.
I know some personal things in your personal life. And
Oh,
I feel like...
What?
Oh, just like your preference in anime, for example. Like with the centaur.
Oh, fuck's sake. I was
I
wondering where
can
you were
make
going
this
with
a
this.
thing if I want, alright? I think I'm owed that much.
So one time we watched
After
the anime,
bullying,
what's it called? A Centaur's Life?
as
it looks
per your
sort of-
request.
It looked sort of weird and funny, and then it wasn't.
define
Specific-
wasn't in what way?
Specifically, what came up was a centaur girl in a bikini.
It was at that point I said, nah, I'm out.
And I have decided to never let him down.
That's
Never
fair.
let him live it down, even.
Okay.
I'll show you the cover, Nick.
I died on that sofa.
So did I.
So funny.
I didn't expect that.
Have you specifically got the picture of like the...
I've pulled up the cover from Crunchyroll where it's
I see.
there's a centaur girl, they're in a high school. I looked at that and thought, okay, this could be funny, and it wasn't.
I'm guessing it was borderline hentai.
Yeah.
I see.
And I didn't know that.
Sure.
I didn't want
No, you just thought to yourself, I'm not watching this with Grace, I'll watch this later.
Yeah, that's essentially
Well,
what
I'm
I'm
on
going to
my
get
own.
bullied for this. I'll watch it in my spare time. So how does it end, James?
I don't know. I've not watched the rest of it.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, for God's sake.
I have here. Wei Wuxian is the actual bogeyman.
The actual
The
bogeyman.
actual bogeyman.
This is a crossover between The Untamed and Rise of the Guardians.
Well, bugger
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
I've
Rise
never
of the
seen a
Guardians.
crossover with Rise of the Guardians.
Rise of the Guardians was a 2012 animated film. It was essentially the Avengers, but with folklore people. So there was Jack Frost, there was Father Christmas, there was the Sandman, there was the Easter Bunny, who was played
and
by
they
Hugh
were
Jackman.
all fighting Jude Law, looking
Yeah,
like
they teamed
Loki.
up to fight the Boogeyman.
Oh, okay.
And in this case, he's Wei Wuxian.
Fucking hell.
1300 years ago, the Guardians defeated the Boogeyman and drove him and his nightmares back into their realm of darkness. Except they sort of didn't, because Wei Wuxian would prefer to argue that he gave up and they got lucky, and his realm isn't dark so much. Thank you very much. It's got ambience.
I like where this is going already.
Oh,
This is
that's
fun.
mega.
So why is it, now that he's back, that they seem to uncharacteristically not want to turn on him? Could be the mechanical body parts, the corrupted nightmares, the rogue spirits, and the corruption within the Court of the Moon itself. And
Oh,
no one
shit.
is acting more out of character than Lang Wangji. We all know why.
Yeah, we do.
Rise of the Guardians AU, hopefully in time for Christmas.
Oh, my God.
Wait, no, it came first published on the... Oh no, they didn't finish it in time for Christmas. They started it on the 20th of December, but it was finished on the 27th.
Okay.
I mean, they're still
So-
pretty good going for
Yeah.
57,000 words.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
Jesus.
I agree.
Yeah, they did well. They did very well.
I really enjoyed Rise of the Guardians, incidentally.
I've never seen it, to be fair.
It was underrated for its time.
Bit like one of them League of Extraordinary Gentlemen films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been summoned by a mid-20s person. It's like, you're not a child. And he's just been summoned out from under someone's bed or something.
Oh.
Ah. Wei Wuxian, the boogeyman, master of fear, the monster under your bed, at your service. Really? Well, no one's lurking under beds. It's super creepy. It is, however, a very convenient shadow to always come out from. So there's this whole sort of back and forth thing. Oh, he's been
Oh.
summoned by
Yeah, I just got to that.
Mo
Mo
Xuan Yu.
Huan Yu, I think.
Yeah,
Shan
Him.
Yu. Something like that.
I forget how to pronounce that.
I'd like to apologise to any Chinese listeners.
Yes, we're really sorry. We're trying.
I tell you what's really annoying. I religiously watched a video on how to pronounce everything, and I still cannot regurgitate the information. And that's how
okay.
I knew I was old. I can't learn new things.
Oh,
Yes, we can. We're doing fine.
yeah. Nick learnt 2 years ago what a power bottom is, and he's been
Oh
going
my-
fine ever since.
I did.
I remember that in our first episode.
I did learn what a power bottom was. Or is, because they still exist, of course.
They
They haven't been,
yeah,
they haven't
they
been
definitely
fucking
still-
outlawed or anything.
They're everywhere.
But now you know they exist, they're everywhere.
Yes.
Mhm.
You're just going in the street going, that's a power
Ah,
bottom.
that's a power bottom for sure.
Okay. I found one called "Come On Emo Boy" by Anoptra. in
Is that an
brackets, anime
instruction
obsessed
or
trash.
a
I think it might be. I'm going to. Well, it's not even a high school AU because they literally are in high school in the fucking canon. But anyway, so this is 100% inspired by Aisha Erotica's song "Emo Boy." A typical honor student Lang Zhan is entranced by the rowdy, alternatively dressed Wei Wuxian. They become friends. Wei Ying dressed Lan Zhan up, find out they like each other, and fuck about it.
Oh,
I like the tags. Weighing is a whiny top. Love him for that. Bottoming from the top.
Bottoming from the
Skirts.
top,
Fishnets were harmed in the making of this fic.
oh no.
of course. So yeah, if you want to be taken back to where Scene was queen, then I guess you've got to read this.
I too missed 2006.
Yes.
Oh. I don't. I was 10.
Stop it, Grace.
Calling all oldies out.
You make me sad every time.
Yep.
So I've also got here a fic called Extra Large and Extra Hard by Ariska's Malt.
Oh well. This sounds like it does what it says on the tin.
Does seem that way. Wei Wuxian curses himself with a gigantic dick and perpetual erections by accident.
By
Lan
accident,
Zhan
sure.
takes advantage.
By accident, sure.
Yep.
The porn is the plot. Accidental dick enlargement. And pining.
Oh, hang on, I have to check. Oh, only one fic with accidental dick enlargement.
Oh, and it's this one.
Yeah. This is
I
in the
mean-
Cloud Recesses era, so it's as he's learning the basics of magic.
I suppose there's like dick
But
enlargement
accident-
on purpose.
I'm sure accidental dick enlargement is now being added to the wall of things you're not allowed to do there.
No, why did we even keep the scroll? There are reasons, Uncle.
Right, add that to the end of the list.
Yeah.
So I'm just imagining like all the students in the hall, and they're falling asleep by like the 3,000 rules, and then they've got this the end on, and Lang Quirin is just like, and no accidental dick enlargement is allowed in Cloud Recess, and some of them just wake up like, what?
Yeah, they all sit
Right,
like bolt
now
upright.
get out.
Like, what the fuck? Are you not going to explain that?
So that's the thing. Often with places with a lot of rules, for every rule there was a disaster that caused that rule.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it makes me realise maybe the founder of the Land Clan was such a chaos goblin that they had to write so many of, right, don't do this, and just keep them in line. And that's why they've got so many rules.
I've been told that in the novel, when Wei Wuxian comes back after being reincarnated, or whatever, he goes back to Cloud Recess to find there's even more rules there because of him.
Perfect.
Just like, oh, oh god.
No.
I'll talk about Wei Ying's massive penis now.
Go on then, if you like.
Wei Ying's massive throbbing man wand.
Yeah.
Wei Ying's big schlong.
Gargantuan throbbing man wand.
Before, he had a perfectly normal average-sized dick. And if that one also sometimes reacted to him thinking about Lan Zhan, that's between Wei Ying and his right hand. Irrationally, Wei Wuxian's gargantuan dick throbs even more from being ignored. Out of sight, he curls his hand palm down against the swell in his crotch, trying to push it flat. Hey, he repeats.
But it keeps getting back up.
Yeah.
We've
He's
all
sort of
been there.
nonchalantly trying to be like, hey, hypothetically, if you had a spell that could undo, like, massive penisness, where would I find that in the library? Asking for a friend?
Oh.
Massive penisness.
Yeah,
Is that what we're calling it?
sure. And then they pound.
Hey.
Hey, crikey.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it does actually.
What the fuck?
What?
During the lockdown, Wei Ying makes a Sims 2 playthrough on his YouTube channel where his Sim self gets impregnated by an alien oblivious to the fact that his roommate and crush, Lan Zhan, is an alien who dreams of impregnating him, and he does.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me. Did I stutter?
Ah!
Yeah, this sounds fucking wild.
So Wei Ying is playing The Sims. He's made himself in his game of Sims.
Oh god, this is like a multiverse sort of alien fuckery
Yeah.
thing, isn't it? What happens in the game happens in real life.
Yeah. It's 11,000 words long.
Oh my Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had The Sims back in the day.
Did you ever get impregnated by your alien boyfriend, Lan Zhan?
Unfortunately not, James. My
Unfortunately.
life would be very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking
He's a
after
handsome man. He's a very handsome man.
Yeah.
a very handsome alien man,
Mm-hmm.
apparently.
Indeed.
So, Lan Zhan has two dicks. The upper cock was shorter but thicker and had a slightly blue tone to it. The lower
Jesus.
one was veinier and purple-hued instead. He thought they were beautiful.
I wonder what else he's got two of.
Now, he's got two dicks. What else are you wondering about?
What else do you need?
Well, two
hands?
hearts. He could be a Time
Two
Lord.
eyes? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Two nostrils? Nah. Two ears? Nah.
So
Useless.
who cares if Lan Zhan has two dicks? Certainly not Wei Ying. He'll take them both into his hole and ask questions later.
In the same hole.
Yeah,
He's ambitious.
it's gonna hurt.
There's a saying in Lotus Pier, aim for the impossible or something. No, genuinely, there's a motto. It's like trying to
Oh,
reach the impossible, and you know, I think that's taken on board quite well in this fic.
Fair enough.
He felt himself crying before a gentle pair of lips kissed his tears. Don't cry, I'll give you anything you want. Lan Zhan was still expressionless, but he had said that so earnestly that Wei Ying couldn't help but stare at him. The moment was broken by a thick rod pressing at his full ass.
I like how it goes from endearing to graphic in a heartbeat.
A couple of seconds later, a gelatinous substance was coating his puffy rim, and the intrusion seemed a lot less impossible.
Gelatinous.
Yeah.
I really like this. It's accurate to how I played The Sims as well.
Oh, right. What, get double dicks?
How fucking customizable is The Sims these days exactly? I feel like I've missed out on some generations.
Well, it never had double dicks anyway, but like yeah. He continued rambling while making the world's worst sim house ever, if you could even call it that. It had 3 walls and all appliances in one corner, with the toilet right next to the kitchen counter and the bed facing the oven.
Excellent.
Sensible.
Here we go. We'll get him a telescope to spy on his alien boyfriend. Don't worry about the logistics of how he already has an alien boyfriend. It's his fat, juicy ass calling out to all creatures of the universe that landed him, someone like that. Nothing to see here.
Like a beacon. his fat ass beaming into space for aliens everywhere.
To look down and think, yeah, I could go for a bit of that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the aliens.
Wei Ying, I'm trying to sneak into Cloud Recess, but the clap of my ass cheeks is alerting the Wen clan.
Lan clan.
The Wen clan are evil, so I can...
Oh, right. Still.
Top notch.
Excellent. I want to find that one I saw earlier, which was the Top Gun crossover.
Do it.
No, I've lost it.
Oh.
Hang on, no, I think I posted it once before. Hang on.
Yeah, you've shown me that before, I think.
Let me just scroll past 300 lines of text. Where is it? Hopefully it's got a name that screams Top Gun. It's probably going to be Take My Breath Away.
Yeah, I think it was.
The Cloud Recess.
Yes, it is. Take My Breath Away by Mimi Spearmint. Daredevil Navy pilot Team Wei Ying and Yang Yan Li are sent to an elite fighter school, Top Gun. Lan Zhan is a brilliant and competitive fellow. Oh yeah.
That did sound. That does sound like a good time. That.
Hang on, they had
first,
cool names.
the Top Gun crossover didn't make sense, like when we first talked about this. But now I've seen how much of it is in a high school setting, and now I know how much of a high school setting Top Gun is. This makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's just high school, just with multi-million-dollar fighter jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or flying on your sword.
Or flying on your sword, yeah.
Which I assume is what's happening here.
Either or, really.
Iceman Lan Zhan.
Because of course.
Love it.
If anybody was going to be Iceman, it'd be Lan Zhan.
And there is a beach volleyball scene.
There is. It's in the tags.
Which, yeah, that's important.
They've tagged it.
Yeah, it's not Top Gun without it.
Yeah.
Drink when a bird hits the windshield. Yes.
That's marvellous.
So who is Wei Ying in this?
Maverick, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he is the bad boy that doesn't play by the rules.
Yes.
Exactly.
So that's why he's called Maverick.
Yeah. Yeah, Wei Ying is Maverick. And they are just in planes, they're not flying on their swords.
I mean, I don't know whether to be disappointed or pleased. Because...
I can... Oh, wow. Sorry. I just got to the notes at the bottom.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I am terrified of planes.
So why have they written a...
No, better yet. They refuse to do any research into planes. Everything I know is from the Top Gun movie. Please blame them for any military or tech inaccuracies.
That's fantastic.
So
love you. I love you.
Yeah.
I'm confused why Top Gun would be the favourite film of someone who is terrified of planes.
Maybe that's the reason they're terrified of planes.
Yeah, that would make sense. I guess they're really passionate about beach volleyball.
I mean, they don't watch it for the planes. You watch it for the erotica.
You do, yeah.
Well, speak
the
for yourself.
homoerotic tension of two definitely straight blokes doing their best not to out themselves in that era of military time.
Honestly, I watched it for the planes, and then it became
Sure you
more
did.
than that.
Sure you did.
Came for the planes, stayed for the gay.
Yes.
Exactly. Excellent.
Oh, Mo and Wei Ying are in this at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's called Merlin.
I don't remember Merlin from Top Gun.
No, I don't.
Who have we got?
Janglin, he is Goose, which
Zhang
adds
Shang
up.
is Cyclone. Nihoi Sang, Hollywood. Jin Zixuan, fuck it. Cougar. Mo Xianyu, Merlin, Lanjan Iceman, Sushi Slider. God, that sounds like something you order at a sushi bar.
Yeah.
That's so bad. Okay,
And Cloud Recess is the military academy now.
Oh, is it?
Like, it's just
Bollocks.
called Cloud Recess.
Excellent.
Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone is pumping from the jukebox by the time Wei Ying and Zhang Yan Li's shoulder their way into the only bar in Fighter Town, USA, that is outside of the painstakingly prescribed borders of Miramar Naval Air Station.
Fighter Town, USA.
I just wanted to read the fact that Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone is playing when they walk into the bar.
Because of
And
course
this
it
is
is.
all part of the fic.
It's called Take My Breath Away.
No, it
Yeah.
isn't.
The fic is called Take My Breath
Oh,
Away.
the fic is, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, they're going to lean into it.
Mhm.
Oh shit, Fighter Town, USA, real place.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have done their research. Just not on the planes.
It's it's actually called Miramar, but like during the heyday of Top Gun at the airbase there, it was nicknamed Fighter Town, USA.
Okay.
They did say Miramar in the fic.
Yeah, yeah. So they have
Quite
done
good.
their research, just not on the planes.
I like that the sister is Goose, but which one dies
The sister
again?
is Goose. I thought the brother is Goose.
No, the brother is Cyclone.
Oh, okay.
So
I think
his
Goose
lovely older
dies.
sister
Yeah,
hit the geese.
if your name is Goose in an action film, you're pretty much sentenced to death, really.
Aw.
Because it happened in Mad Max 1, it happened in Top Gun. So
She dies in like the original source material as well.
that's why she's Goose then.
I mean, hopefully there's a tag that says no one dies, but I'll need to double check. Apparently she's a BAMF, but no one says anything about dying,
Right, okay.
so it might be safe.
It might be a
But
surprise.
there's only 2 out of 10. There's only 2 out of 10 chapters. I'm really disappointed. Where's the rest?
It would be good to get more, to be fair. That sounds like a kind of a fun universe to be in
Yeah.
and to read about. So, yeah.
I found the pairing I thought that was going to show up at least some point.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling you how I think that the women should just pair off with each other.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm up
Take
for
My
that.
Hand, Wreck My Plans by Gusu Cloud Bunny is one of Mien Mien and Wen Qing. So Wen Qing gets to live because she marries Mien Mien.
Oh, lovely.
And Mien Mien's husband was Wen Qing all along. And they have a child. Accidental baby acquisition.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds
Happy
wholesome.
Wives is a tag, so I'm very happy.
Happy wives.
Happy Wives.
Hang on, have we got anything else in there? Not as much as I'd like in the Happy
No.
Wives tag.
I don't think they actually meet in the show. But
Oh.
God, I wish they did.
Sure they do. They were all at Cloud Recess, right?
Oh yeah, they might. Yeah, but they might not have actually spoken.
Yeah, they
to
didn't
each other.
interact,
Yes.
which is a shame.
I think they'd get on. I can imagine Mien Mien sticking up for the little brother.
I would
And
hope
the-
so.
Things could have been so different.
Is there much more on that tag for them? Hang on.
No, I'm just happy to have found it.
It's not even the main ship in this, is it? Oh no, there it is. Oh, man. 300 fics, roughly.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Gay Disaster Lanshan is one of the tags on some of these.
He's not even about him. How is he doing this?
He's just there, being a gay disaster.
He just rocks
He
up.
is, isn't he?
Yeah.
They're just like trying to get it on being lesbians, and then he's just in the wrong room. And
Yeah.
they're like, Lanjan, get the fuck
Don't
out.
mind
And he's
me,
just going,
just being
I
a
don't
gay
know."
disaster.
Oh. Oh, Lanjan.
There's also Murder Husbands is a separate
Murder
tag on one of these.
I mean, I suppose they do like team up to go out for night hunts
Mm.
where they slay demons.
Oh.
So yeah, I suppose like date night is going out
A
killing
relationship
ghouls.
that kills demons together, stays together.
Yes.
Called it.
And that's what I've learned today. Nick, Grace, what have you learned today?
I need to go find someone to kill demons with for a healthy, long-lasting relationship.
Yeah, I think we all do.
I've learned that sometimes that you get exactly what you'd expect.
Mm-hmm.
In that the main ship that we have been seeing is Wei Wuxian and Lang Zhan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we always knew it was going to be, so...
Yeah.
It's good writing if everyone agrees, I think.
It is, yeah.
So, unironically, one thing I've learned, this fandom does a lot of research on things that most people wouldn't feel the need to research for the sake of their fic.
Yes.
And that's fantastic.
It is.
10 out of 10. I'm glad everyone learned so much about bunny sex.
And the watership down, my
and
god.
Watership Down.
Yeah, let's...
Yeah.
Let's stop away
Amazing.
from that, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, far away. This is supposed to be an overblown waifu show
Boy love.
about two very pretty boys falling in love.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
The further we are from Watership Down, the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I can't believe that got brought into it.
I know.
I'm still reeling. Still reeling.
so yeah, that's probably all we have time for. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about.
I can't think of anything.
That's fair. This is a big fandom. We've barely scratched the surface. I imagine we don't have that much time in a day to. Sorry, I'm still scrolling and I'm just getting distracted. Wei
So that's why I said,
Wuxian's Super Secret Book Club. Sorry, Wei Wuxian's Super Special Super Secret Book Club. A Day in the Life.
Knowing him, it is just a book club, but someone comes into the book
Well, it's
club and
rated
makes
for
it more
teen,
than a book.
so there's hand holding in it as well, though.
Ah,
Yeah,
degenerate.
fucking sluts. Whose hands get held?
Everybody's.
Chapter 1, Lang Wenji's poetry
Scandalous.
session.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, this could be wholesome.
Hmm.
Cool. That's another thing for me to look at later. Right. We've been recording a while. It's getting dark, so I'm going to call it there.
Okie dokie.
Thank you for coming this far, if you've made it this far. And join us next time, where we're each going to pick a fic, and we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss it, and do all the usual things we do. So, Grace, end the episode. This is a you episode.
I hope everyone who has seen The Untamed will forgive us for the terrible accents. Well, not the accents, the pronunciation.
pronunciation.
Yeah, I was going to say,
accent, yeah.
we didn't do accents in this one.
No.
We thought it wouldn't be proper.
Well, it's not.
No.
So.
I even read a French
So
bit
we
and
didn't
didn't
do
do a
it.
French accent. That's big for me.
It is.
I know. You held back
Yeah.
so well.
Admire my restraint.
And I hope we didn't spoil anything for people who haven't finished The Untamed, but
We normally put a spoiler at the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
Or we try to.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm probably going to buy the books when I'm later. I enjoyed the show so much I want to see how the
Ooh.
things differ.
And
a
And
good
like
plan.
the artist is so good. If you've seen I've read some of their other stuff, Heaven's a Special Blessing. Jesus Christ, the art in it. Oh my god. I don't know how that she has the patience. Fuck.
this is from
all-
somebody who does
It's all
drawing as
coloured
well.
in.
This is.
Oh, it's all coloured in so well.
I imagine
Jesus.
it's easier to motivate yourself when you're drawing handsome boys.
No, it aggravates you if
Oh.
you don't get them right.
Because they
And
need
she
to be
gets them
handsome.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, one slip of the hand, and
day-
suddenly it's the "Am I kawaii uku?" face.
Oh.
Why don't you love me, mother?
Yeah, it all goes a bit wrong.
I
Also, just
deformed?
colouring in. The colouring in's really good as well. Holy shit. Colour thick.
well,
Oh.
They go from
Well, I hope-
prettiest boy in the Three Kingdoms to something that needs to be kept
to
in the attic.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yes.
I'm not here for
Okay.
it. Can we end on a happy note?
Sure. Everyone should watch The Untamed. It's very good. Wei Wuxian's a handsome man. The waifu is top notch. The practical effects are fantastic.
They're very, very amusing. They will brighten
Yeah.
your day.
They certainly brighten mine.
Join us next time. We're still reading No Homo. That'll be going up on alternate weeks. So tune in for that if you enjoy us doing silly voices. If there's a fic you'd like us to read, get in touch. Our email address is in the show notes. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Tumblr. Tumblr's the more important one because I actually quite like Tumblr, to be honest. See you next time. Good night.
Good night. Have fun.
Good.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Good night.
If you can find the Emperor's Smile, then do it. Grace, we didn't talk about cornetos this episode. We'll have to do it next time.
You're right.
Join us next time when you find out the link between the Untamed and the cornetto.
I'm sure they already know and support Cornetto dearestly.
Hope so. Good night.
Spoiler alert, it's actually a crossover with Hot Fuzz.
Oh my god. Right.
Good night.
Bye.